What's up, guys? Welcome back to some more MX Bikes on the channel. So today we are taking it underground. The track we're riding is called, it's 2015 Underground MX. Now, this is another track that has been ported over from MX Simulator over to bikes. There's been 3 of these tracks in the last week or so that have been moved over. The first 2 I really was not big fans of. One was a JGMX track, and another one was, what was the name? I think it was called The Sandbox. Now, there's been some sim tracks moved over this game that I've actually enjoyed, like really good. Some being other JGMX tracks as well, actually. However, I think they've had the terrain edited slightly so that it fits bikes physics a bit more. These tracks that are being moved over recently they're untouched, so to speak. So the terrain is identical, but obviously how the game reads it looks slightly different. I think MX Bikes makes things a bit peakier, a bit taller than in MX Sim, and sometimes that just doesn't work well. So the reason I'm quite happy to ride this track, first reason being is I actually think out of the 3 tracks that have been moved over, this one feels the best. I think it rides the best. It flows quite well. There's some bits here or there that are a little bit funky that I would change. It's also got, very weird, you'll see as I come into corners, the ruts will load in super late, and I do believe that's an issue with porting the tracks over, something to do with the resolution. Not sure of all the ins and outs, but you know, we move, it is what it is. It's only a problem when you're coming into a corner super fast and you suddenly have a rut appear in front of you that you had no idea was there. But we can move past that for the sake of just having a nice fun chill video. We can look past those sorts of issues. The second reason that I was quite excited to play this, and something I'm actually really disappointed about because it would have made a great comparison video, is way back in maybe like 2016, 17-ish. I actually had a video on this very same channel of me riding this track in MX Simulator back when I played Sim like full time, for example. And those of you that are regular to the channel, you'll know who Charlie is. You know, I've done a fair few videos with him at this point, one of my real life friends. He was in that video as well with me. So it kind of would have come full circle, and I'm really upset because when I started posting to this video, to this channel, sorry, properly, I had a big clear out of old videos that I got rid of, and I deleted it, and I really wish that I would have just unlisted it rather than deleting it fully. I have no idea why I done it, but how nice would it have been to do a full like comparison of me riding it back then in Sim to now in bikes. I think it would have been really nice. And I was on, what bike was I on back then? I think I was on the 252 stroke Suzuki, and it was, if anybody knows, that like the old school kind of graphics, the like the purple almost leopard print type graphics. Really fun. It was I enjoyed the video. I remember I was playing it with Charlie and my brother as well. We were just having a rip round, taking each other out, and it was good fun. I very much doubt anybody watching this would have watched it back then. If you did manage to watch it, then God knows how long you've been around for. That's a very long time, but yeah, just a shame. But that being said, it's a fun track. I do enjoy the track for sure, and with the bit of the dry spell that we're having recently, as far as like proper, well-known authors making tracks in the game, I'll take it. You know, it's absolutely better than nothing. And I don't know the name of the guy that's been doing the importing over, because on the mods page he's just going by MXS to MXB. I have no idea who it actually is. So if you are the real Slim Shady, please stand up, let us know who you are, just so I can give some thanks. Now, this track was originally made, I think it was by, hang on, I'm actually going to pause here and read this because I don't want to mistake myself, but I think it's by Dylan Marsh. I'm going to double check. Oh, I was so close. His username's actually Marsh Dylan, so I was very close on that. You got to give me some props. That is a name that I remember back from the Sim days as well. Well, I think he's quite a well-known track creator. He's made a lot of good tracks, same as some of the other tracks that have been moved over. So the Sandbox, for example, which I don't like, purely on the basis of how it plays in bikes, nothing to do with the track itself, was made by Atlas Saw, and again, another well-known track creator that has really good tracks in Sim. So it's a shame that they don't ride as well in this game, but then at the same time, I feel like we shouldn't really just be taking all of Sim's tracks and putting them over here, for example. It is nice when people make tracks purely for this game, and we have some amazing creators over here that do that, but obviously being a much smaller community, I mean, God knows what the player base of Sim is nowadays, but and bikes is growing, of course, don't get me wrong, but our maximum number of people on at once is like just over 1,000, and I'm sure Sims is much higher than that. But that in turn means that you've got with a smaller player base, you've got a smaller number of creators and just people that can make really good tracks. So we really got to look after the ones we have, boys. Don't be going and doing any scummy stuff like leaking tracks, like has been happening recently. Just show some respect to the creators. That's all they ask. I mean, they do a majority of all this for free for us, so out of the goodness of their hearts, out of pure hobbies and interests. So I certainly appreciate them. I wish everybody else did as well. Just I want to get rid of a little bit of the entitlement that some of the young, well, it's not going to be all of you, obviously. I feel like I'm going to be calling out a generation here, but just some of the younger people just don't seem to have as much respect as they should for certain people, and it's really sad to see. It's really sad to see, but you know, it is what it is. It is the internet. At the end of the day, you've obviously got to take everything with a pinch of salt. You can't expect everyone to be outstanding citizens, if that's the right way of putting it. But I'm counting myself lucky. Whilst we have some people here that really do make some good content for us, I'll try and do my best to show it off for you guys and give people the appropriate credits and respect that they need. One thing that I will say that this track seems to be really good for is it's just getting a bit upside down. There's a couple of big booters on here. One I have just hit, one I'm coming up to now actually in a second. And they're ones where you can actually get backwards and still have time to bring the bike back round, which doesn't happen too much in this game. The physics are a little bit wonky. As soon as you get backwards, the bike tries doing a full 360 on you, but there you go. The bike, oh god, that's not coming back round, is it? Oh, it actually did. Okay. I'm going to hop in replay real quick, because there's no way that looked as good in third person as it felt in first. Let's go free roam camera. Let's hop her up here. Let's get looking at my lovely rider, and we'll slow it down a little bit as well. So, did it actually look any good? I mean, it is backwards. You can't deny that. It's backwards. That looks quite nice, how it stood up and leant forwards. And then bring it back the other way. Yeah, I mean, didn't look too shabby. It's not going in any sort of edit anytime soon, but for my standards, it's pretty good. I'm not a massive whipper, as you guys are aware. Oh, there we go. I don't spend a whole lot of time free riding and just doing massive jumps and experimenting and things like that. I tend to race most of the time, so it's just kind of foreign for me. It's something that I'll get good at over time, of course, but it is what it is. And right now, I'm recording this video straight off the back of recording another sim video, so I feel like I'm actually making the switch each time not too bad now. It doesn't take me too much time to move back and forth between them. But it's obviously, there's always going to be a slight adjustment, whether it's a couple minutes or if it's half an hour. It's something that I'm definitely getting better at and really enjoying being able to play both games. I keep saying it, but you have no idea, for someone like me who... I'm not expected to upload every day. It's a pressure that I've almost put on myself, but I feel like it's quite an important thing that's helped my channel grow in the last just under a year or so. And it's something that I want to continue doing to see that growth carry on. And it's one of the things where if you play the same game every single day of the year, you will eventually get bored of it. And I was almost getting to that point of bikes where I was getting a little bit burnt out. You know, I do the 4-hour odd long streams on Fridays for the Supercross right now, and then playing the game for half an hour or an hour or so each night just to get the content for a video. And it was getting a little bit tiring, but honestly, being able to get sim involved in there as well was a huge difference, and really relieving for me. It's really nice. And at the same time, where I've started recording videos and playing with Charlie as well, that as well has been a massive game changer for me. That makes everything feel quite fresh, and I feel like I'm teaching him more than playing myself. But at the same time, you guys seem to love him as well. He got noticed. One of his real life friends messaged him on Instagram after a video that we done the other day and said, "Was you in Lindsay's most recent video?" And obviously he has no idea who I am in real life, and I just thought that was really funny that people that he knows recognised him just from his voice and playing. But yeah, very small world. I wonder if the day will ever come where I go riding in person and someone recognises me. I mean, I've got my name on the side of my bike. I literally have Lynn's written on the side of my bike. Not going to give away everything. I'll see if one day someone spots me. But I'm really excited in the coming months or so to actually get out on the bike again. Just so excited. It's been far too long, and I've got a chin mount now for a GoPro. I'm just going to go and actually buy a new GoPro because I've got the original one right now, and it is in absolutely no condition to be recording videos of this channel. I mean, it works. It turns on and off. It's got a cracked screen, so I can't actually see what's on the screen, but it still works regardless. Issue is just the quality is not great, and it shakes a lot, and you can hear the shakes on the camera and things. So I don't think I'm going to go top of the line GoPro. I'll probably go for about a 7. think that's kind of got what all you need. I watch a lot of people watch a bunch of Jeff Walker videos that are subscribed to this channel. I see it in the YouTube analytics. It always shows up people that watch you also watch these channels, and it's got like the Deegans, it's got Wyndham, for example, it's got Jeff Walker. So I know who people watch, and I've had a look at Jeff's kind of setup. He done a video of how he records his GoPros, and I'm essentially going to be almost copying that like for like. So I've even got the same chin mount. If the tracks let me, actually, because everyone nowadays are so funny about where you're wearing GoPros, and it's all for health and safety. You know, if you're wearing a GoPro on the top of your head and you crash and your neck bends at a weird angle because your GoPro's bent into the ground, then of course people are going to get funny about it. But it is a shame, especially with AMA. God, the angle that they've got now on the top of the front fenders, it just looks disgusting. I generally think I'd rather have the drone camera back from Nationals, and that was why I was in the first place. But yeah, really going downhill there. And I mean, speaking of cameras as well, in the San Diego stream, I watch it through live rather than through Peacock. I didn't have any commentating in at all until I think it was like the start of the 250 main, something like that. The technical difficulties, and I think for such a massive event, like sponsored by such a big company like Monster Energy, with so many people watching, so much money involved, I can't believe how bad the technical difficulties are that they've been having so far this year. It's really weird, and every single round this year as well, from first to third. If, for example, Lee and Ricky are talking over something that's just happened, if they're like reviewing a crash, you know, when they split the screen and you can see what's going on right now, and then they kind of replaying a crash that's happened earlier as well. That split screen never happens. You still just see the live feed. So they're talking about something that we can't even see, and it's just a bit shocking, really, especially for the money that you pay for it. But you know, it is what it is. Hopefully they'll have it fixed by the end of the year. But yeah, that last round at San Diego was very odd. Just watching all of the heats and the LCQs, just with raw bike sounds, just no commentating whatsoever. So part of it was nice, but then I found myself getting a little bit bored after a while. You know, I'm laying there in bed at like 4 AM watching the racing, and it's just engine noises going around. It's nothing adding to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think that'll do it for my ramblings. I think if you haven't played this track, I would suggest it, especially if you like your big jumps and getting upside down and stuff. There's a few parts that are a little bit funky, like that corner there. I've gone over it a couple times now, but I think it's just to do with how sharp this rut suddenly hits you. It's almost like a vertical wall, which doesn't work great for bikes. I know in sim it works quite well because you can get the bikes properly cranked over. Yeah, not the best in sim, but out of the 3 that have been uploaded to the MX Bikes Mods page recently, I do think this is the best of the bunch, and it kind of it hit a sweet spot for me, just as I say, because it was a little bit nostalgic because I played it before on sim, and it was just wanted to compare it really. But overall, not a bad track. I definitely like that there's more than one line choice in every single corner. I just wish that we could get to the bottom of these whole ruts loading in extra late glitch and find a way of fixing that, because that's something that's been bugging me for a while now, and I'm 99% sure it's nothing on my end. I think it's generally something to do with how the tracks are made, the game not liking fully. But we can't change that. We can just have fun on it while we can. And I feel like I'm just started losing my voice as well. I've recorded so many videos today, and I feel like I've been talking most of the day. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Most importantly, I hope you've had a lovely day, whatever it is that you're up to. And that'll do it for me. Leave a like, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. Until I catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
My tent way too damn dark. Laugh in your face like man dark. Came a long way from the bad days way back. Had to burn down that landmark. Seen some things I didn't really want to see. It's all good, that's what made me me. Now who would I be if I had it easy? Used to break down, now I'm in a 350. Like whoa, I've been laying way too low. Had to switch up and change my flow, cause I'm back from the block. Had to bust some rocks and dust off the dust to get back in the box. Now wait.